AFN Iwakuni's Power 1575.
We do face fiscal reality where we're going to have to get smaller, and it's going to require all the services to shape their respective forces given the current budget constraints. You know, as General Welsh, the Air Force Chief of Staff, recently said, there's no more easy cuts, and every major decision reflected in the budget proposal for now and the out years is going to hurt. You know, I understand there's a lot of uncertainty out there. It's a challenge for leadership across the board to ensure we make the programs and decisions as transparent as possible, so you know, you all, our people, can make informed decisions about the future. I learn more and more about this every day, and of course, you know, we're all internet users, and a lot of our listeners are out there listening to AFN radio through the internet right now, and that takes bandwidth and data, and so we did a little bit of homework on this. As you might know, the availability of these services is contracted through the exchange programs, and the particulars of those contracts are negotiated by the exchange on behalf of our people. Now, we have people, airmen and service members, that sit on the AAFES exchange board, and we can talk about this in the future, but these changes, they don't take place overnight. I'll tell you that my many assignments in Japan, we have come a long way in our electronic capabilities and limitations, and I know we're not right there yet. I'm not as familiar with the issues and problems that have been raised, but I've been informed, you know, that Allied Telesis is reworking the network infrastructure to provide better services and pricing. We have some great sexual assault prevention and response efforts, and it's really, really high on our priorities. You know, sexual assault's a crime, and it's a contradiction to everything we stand for as service members and as members of the community. So I expect our military out there and our family members to know that we need to act appropriately and take the right action. And so if they're not, then those that break the law are going to be held accountable in accordance with the UCMJ. Another subject that I get asked a lot of questions about, of course, is the liberty policy and the curfew. And so, you know, ultimately, each one of us is the author of the policy. And so I recognize that a vast majority of the folks out there are you know, outstanding service members, outstanding family members, and representatives of our country here in Japan. But we also need to realize that the leadership out there understands the great things that you're doing. The incidents are down. We just had a recent report from Okinawa that said the incidents off base are the lowest that they've been since 1972. You know, and I was actually talking to Admiral Locklear about this. And some people might say, well, that's because we have everybody locked up. That's not really the case. You know, everybody's not locked up. And in fact, it's because of the leadership and the understanding of each of the service's core values that people are acting appropriately and they're taking care of each other